geek easy, fellow geeks. Let's open a beverage of your choice. Today we are going to have another episode of Incredible Independence. I like alliteration. Today we will be going over Kill Train, published by Mad Cave and written by Olivia Quintero Briggs. Artist is Martina Niosi. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Colored by Simone D'Angelo and lettered by Becca Carey. I picked this up just because the title alone. And every time I hear Kill Train, it kind of goes back to the 70s. Kill Train. Like Soul Train. Anyway, not sure if many of you would catch the reference, so I had to explain it. Okay, so what we have, it starts out on a kind of a train where, if you look, everyone on there is just dead. And people are in there saying, there's a new one in there, there's a new one in there. The lady survives, and yep. They found a survivor, and they kill her. And then a cleanup crew comes. Just kind of setting the situation up. Then it switches to our central character. Her name is Vanessa. She is a recently divorced mother of a young daughter who is a writer, and she's a little bit down on her luck. She hasn't sold anything in a while. She's been working on a project for the last few months, doing some rewrites on a story that she was asked to rewrite. Just finishing it up, trying to get it done, and hoping that the people that want her to do it accept the work so she can get some money, and feel good about herself. And she's just moved in with her fiance, Richard. And she hasn't, he's like, you need to unpack. And it's in New York. So New York now has this policy. They have a thing called a kill train. Because there has been what they call let me get this straight here. City officials estimate that another 6 months of population explosion that nearly devastated the city will be under control. If they keep up with the kill trains. And what they do is, every certain number of every odd number of trains, it's a good number, they gas members of the train to kill them, and it's a way to keep the population down. kind of a rather draconian methods if you think, but so a lot of people don't take the trains unless they really have to. And there's a big controversy because a whistleblower comes out and says if people survive, they send people in, and like anyone who survives it, they'll send in the people and finish them off. And let me get to that, back to that part. This is the city is this is we have a whistleblower here, and she says the city is telling these people these are painless killings, but they're lying. They forced us into sign non-disclosure under penalty of death, handed us pistols, and told us to aim for the head. So all these assassins, they walked. This is but people ran, they fought back, bullets missed. Sometimes we'd run out of ammo and have to kill them with whatever we could find. It was horrifying, so we all quit, all of us. And so what the city did is just, this is the claim that the Transportation Authority has secretly recruited the city's most destructive, impoverished, and criminally insane to carry out the remainder of the Kill Train initiative. So they've got that. So they're just a dirty system's already gotten dirtier because of corruption and all that. So Vanessa, she meets up with her daughter and all that, but it turns out that the company who hired her, she gets a hold of her agent, and he says, nope, they didn't want to take it, so you aren't getting paid. And she's like, great, this sucks. And so she has to take her daughter to school. As one of those parents that goes to school with their daughter and all that because she can. And then they take a cab because they have a little card they can use to pay for the cab and all that. Drops the card in the cab, she couldn't find it, and then comes back, or starts to go back to the cab, doesn't have the money and couldn't find the card, and she, runs into a friend, and her friend's like, "Oh, you don't have the money. Call your parents." She does, and her mom is, looking at these, psychology books, saying, "Hey, look, you're depressed. You're mental illness. You need to get back on the horse. It's been 2 years. Yada 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 yada." And she's like, and so in order to get home, she gets on the train. She's thinking, okay, they just had one yesterday. We aren't going to do one so soon. Gets on the train. Kill train. And, a little bit after that, it ends. And we have to wait for part 2. I like this story. The art in here is pretty good. It's you have mother and daughter right here. Everyone's drawn here really well. The story moves along at a really good pace. It kind of pulls you in. You're learning about the situation, everything that's going on without it being getting huge info dumps. And it's not too little information getting to you. It's just the right amount of just the information you need done in, in a good fashion, a good form, just like boom, boom, boom. Very well, like I said, very well drawn stuff. And, you get to know about the characters just from the way they are written. It's not like, as you know, yada, yada, yada. It's just the conversations that they have. It sort of reveals, the information you need without it, you feel like it's being spoon-fed to you. And so, what is it, her name? Olivia Cortado Briggs just did a fantastic job in the writing. Did it just the right speed, just the right amount of information. No, not too much, not too little. And it pulled you in and kept your attention the whole time. And of course, take a look at this Virginia's mother. That just screams fucking Karen right there. It's just, you don't need to know it. Just looking at her, and you're like, yeah, that we all know that woman. And just see, there's not a whole. These little boxes right there, they're having a little conversation, and it delivers a lot of information, but without having, blocks and blocks and blocks of, composition and, just that you don't need. And it gives the people their personalities too. So I am really digging this book, and I want to get number 2. I'm definitely getting number 2. And I recommend you do too. Oh, and by the way, it's got different covers. I was given 2 different covers today. I like this cover better, but this one was the reader copy. This was the non-reader copy. I do like this cover better, and I recommend this book. I'm going to give it a 4.75 out of 5 because it's got great art, great story, intriguing premise, and it's a smooth read, and it's done, and when it gets done, you want more. You want to keep going, but you're going to have to wait. And it sets up a good premise that, you're definitely going to be crawling back for more after it's released. So that's my, 4.75 out of 5. And anyway, let me know if you read it. Let me know what you thought of it, if you did. And like, subscribe, hopefully share, and most of all, enjoy your great comics.